I was honestly blown away. I just had to spend money on my wife, and instantly I'd get 10 times the return. With a bit of doubt, I bought a RS5 bottle of mineral water for my wife, and suddenly RS50 showed up in my bank account. I got super excited. If I keep spending on my wife like this, won't I become a billionaire? Cars and houses won't even be a big deal then. I got really emotional. Before this, I was a total loser. I couldn't even gather the dowry money for the wedding. My mother-in-law didn't like me at all, and she wouldn't let me live with her, but my lovely wife went ahead and stole the family register without thinking twice and married me anyway. When they say 10 times return on spending, it means the more you spend, the bigger the rebate you get. Thinking this, I grabbed my wife Zhao Qingsui's hand and walked straight into a super fancy Western restaurant. Man, the stuff here is crazy expensive. It costs over $1,000 per person to eat here. The red evening dress suits you both so well. I know Zhao Qingshui really well. Just by her little expressions, I can tell what she's thinking. So I quietly pulled my hand away and told the waiter. Smiling, the waiter took us to a table by the window. What will you both order? Feel free to order whatever you want. Zhao Qingsui carefully opened that stylish menu. The dishes look good, but when he saw the prices, he started feeling dizzy. It's just a small cake. How did it become over 200? What's so special about it? You can get 3 kilos of fresh stuff for 200, 2 Russian mashed potato salads, 2 Angus steaks, 1 raspberry cheese lava cake, and a bottle of Gloria salt powder port wine. Bring all that. Seeing Zhao Qingsui's confused face, I ordered everything without thinking. Fine. After the waiter left, pain showed all over Zhao Qingsui's face. Husband, don't be so careless. This is really expensive. That wine alone costs over 1,000. Go Qingchui was thinking they could get it all done within 1,000 together, but I ended up buying just 1 wine for 1,000. Adding the steak and dessert, it's going to be around 3,000. She felt bad about it. Today's our first wedding anniversary. Even though she was in pain, she thought since the order was already made, why waste the food? So Qingchui finished the steak and cake and even had 2 extra glasses of wine. Sir, your total bill is $36.56. While paying by card, my throat got dry. Congratulations. You spent $36.56 on your wife's Georging sweeper and got a 10 times return of $365.62 credited to your account. The system's voice came into my ear. I got about 400 miles in 1 mile, which made me smile. This system really works. But as soon as Zhao Qingsui heard the price, she snapped back to reality. This restaurant totally ripped us off. A steak for $7,800? As soon as we stepped out, Zhao Qingsui started complaining non-stop. Listening to her cute complaint, I took her to the mall. Hey, what are you doing? Your phone is 3 years old. I'll get you a new one. Why a new phone? Phones these days are fancy, but not really useful. No need to waste money. I didn't want to go to the fruit store, but she wanted the latest fruit phone too. Still, thinking about saving for the house and car, she held back. What color do you like? I didn't give her a chance to say no and took her straight to the fruit store, heading for the latest Fruit 12 Pro Max. The top model cost $12,000. Seeing the price, I wasn't really in the mood to go, but she started pulling me along. All right, husband, you like pink, right? But if they don't have it, let's get the graphite color. It'll look good on you. I smiled at the staff standing at the counter and said, please pack this. Sure, sir. It's priced at $11.99. Card or cash? When we first came in, the staff didn't pay much attention to us since we were in simple clothes and using an old phone. But as soon as I bought it, their attitude changed. They packed the phone carefully, and the service got better too. Ma'am, your boyfriend is really... That's good. The staff gave the phone to Zhao Qingsui, and she was happy but said it's just a waste of money. She doesn't listen to me. I just smiled hearing that. The system just gave me $12,000 back, and as soon as I bought the phone, my value doubled. Before, I used to save about $10,000 a year, but now, combining food and phone, I got $15,000, and my account has $25,000 now. It's not much yet, but I was able to buy a normal diamond ring. Zhao Qingsui was scolding me, but she was really happy with the new phone and started taking pictures as soon as we stepped outside. After a while, she suddenly remembered that she forgot to claim the free gift with such an expensive phone. I said, forget the gift. Let's get a diamond ring instead, and took her straight to the Tiffany store on the 2nd floor. Tiffany is one of the biggest luxury jewelry brands in the world. Zhao Qingshui knew about it. She had seen their rings in magazines. She wanted one too, but she felt buying diamonds wasn't right since gold holds its value more steadily. While looking at the rings behind the glass counter, she quietly said to me, these are super expensive. Why take diamonds? Gold. Alright, let's see. Everything's gonna be fine. Hearing that, I don't know why, but I suddenly felt a slight sting in my eyes. Someone like me, who's always the butt of jokes at school, wasn't short of rich guys who like Zhou Qingge. Given her situation, she could easily pick a boyfriend from a good family. Like other girls, she could have gotten new phones, expensive makeup, and pretty bags during festivals. But she chose me. Which one do you like? Pick whatever you want. I'll buy it all. Hearing me say that, she left. Qingshui was shocked and turned to look at me in disbelief. Suyan, you're going too far. We've already spent so much today on food and phone calls. I'm already really happy. Getting a diamond ring now would be too much. We'd already decided not to buy fancy impractical stuff like that. She was scolding me, but I didn't care. Instead, my eyes locked onto a round yellow diamond ring displayed in the glass counter. If I remember right, Zhao Qingshu had seen that ring in a magazine before. I hadn't checked the price then, but here it was, 22 lakh. Let's take this one. I asked Zhao Qingshu, but without waiting for his answer, I told the staff to take it out and let my girlfriend try it on. Sir, this ring is our summer limited edition, priced at 2.2 million. Our clothes were really simple, and we looked like we couldn't even afford a basic ring. So the staff clearly looked disrespectful and judgmental. No one came to serve us. Their faces clearly said, if you can't buy it, why even bother looking? joking. 2.2 million is way too expensive. Let's just get out of here. Is there anyone who can show us this? We came to buy a ring, and their behavior really pissed me off. One of the staff hesitated a bit because of my confidence and insistence, but then she took out the ring and gave it to me with a smile, saying, "Try this on your girlfriend. This yellow diamond represents purity and forever love, and it'll look great on her." I put the ring on Zhao Qingsui, and it fit perfectly. Without changing a thing, I immediately said, "Pack it up." Zhao Qingsui was shocked when she heard me, and the staff froze for a few seconds. She had only shown the ring as a courtesy, not expecting us to buy it, but my confident attitude surprised her too. Usually, even rich people hesitate before buying such an expensive ring, but I acted like 2.2 million was nothing. Then, out of nowhere, a weird fake voice came from behind. "Hey Xiaosh, what are you doing here? You haven't paid yet." It was Lino. She was known as the green tea girl in college. Zhao Qingchui said, "You're here?" Linmo replied with a fake smile. "I came to look at rings with my husband," showing off her Cartier bracelet. Then, in an advising tone, she said, "Zhao Qingsui, we should always compare stuff before buying. It's super expensive. You can find cheaper rings in the underground market in early tone that would be perfect for you." Her tone was caring, but the truth was, she was insulting him. Her husband said, "Just be happy. Buy whatever you want." Then Lin Mo sweetly said, "I don't want anything too expensive. A ring worth 5 or 6 lakhs is enough." But you could clearly see the dissatisfaction in her eyes because even though her husband had a high salary, he was stingy, and it took a lot of effort to convince him to buy the ring. She knew she wouldn't get a more expensive ring, but even a 5 or 6 lakh ring was enough to show off. Right then, I put my hand on Zhao Qingsui's shoulder and said to Lino, "Sorry, my wife doesn't settle for cheap rings like that. That's why I can't recommend you." As soon as Lino heard that, her smile vanished instantly. She wanted to show off, but my words insulted her. She thought I just looked good but couldn't really afford much. So, she laughed and asked, "Can you buy this ring?" But the next moment, she was shocked because I told the staff, "What are you looking at? Pack it quickly," and handed over my card. The staff respectfully packed the ring and returned the card. We started to leave, and as we did, I said to Lino, "My wife got rings worth around 5 to 6 lakhs, so she didn't even bother looking at them, but maybe you'll find something good there." Hearing this, Lino started trembling with anger and couldn't say a word. Then Ching Su even chuckled. The shop staff were all watching, and Linmo was burning with embarrassment. To save face, she grabbed her husband's hand, put on an attitude, and started checking out rings worth about 20 lakh. Even while looking at jewelry around 20 lakh, she kept calling the diamonds imperfect and the designs outdated. In the end, she lifted her head and she left. Seriously, she's such a show-off. Yeah, exactly. When she was checking out the ring, she acted like she was about to buy it for sure. And now she's saying the ring is next. Do people like this even exist? If you can't buy it, just say it straight up. It's a classic case of sour grapes. Shay's staff were being polite with Lino and her husband when they were there, but as soon as they left, you could see the disrespect all over their faces. Everyone complained together, then looked at the staff who attended to you and Zhao Qingshui. Wow, just wow. You were really lucky. That guy looked simple, but turned out to be super rich. Yeah, man, he bought a 2.2 million rupee ring without thinking twice, and he looked so smart too. His wife is seriously lucky. He's the kind of guy who spends very little on himself, but does everything to keep his wife happy. Yuao was also really happy because with just this one sale, she hit her entire week's target, so she was in a great mood. She said, "That's right, a partner should be someone who pampers his wife." But Zhao Qingsui didn't know any of this. Today, from 2 million, she was still nervous about spending too much. She saw that you were still excited and maybe thinking about checking out some cosmetics, so she quickly took you home. As soon as you got home, she grabbed you and asked, "Tell me the truth, where did you get all this money from? You haven't spent all your savings, have you?" Looking at the big ring in her hand, she sat on your lap, held your face, and asked again. You said, "I just finished a big project at work. This is the bonus from that." You can explain the system stuff to her. She couldn't say anything, and even if she did, she probably wouldn't believe it, so you gave that excuse. Hearing this, Zhao Qingshui got even more upset and said, "If you got a bonus, are you just going to blow it like that? That was supposed to be the down payment for our house." You joked, "So should I return the ring? Maybe we'll get 1 to 1.5 million back." Zhao Qingshui immediately got serious and said, "I'm not that stupid. That's my ring. You can't just give it back," acting like you were actually going to take the ring from her. After a little fun, she got tired and fell asleep. After she fell asleep, you gave her a light kiss on the forehead, then picked up her phone and opened her shopping app. Qingshu loved online shopping, but she usually just added things to her cart. If she liked something, she'd put it in the cart, but rarely bought anything. You wanted to buy her whole cart many times, but never had the money. Now there was over 2 million in the account. So without thinking twice, you checked out her entire cart. It was mostly dresses, cosmetics, and accessories, totaling around 1.2 million. This gave you a return of 1.2 million plus the previous money. So now you've got about 3.7 million in your account. Thinking that, you hugged Zhao Qingshui and fell asleep. The next morning, you rubbed your eyes, and there was Zhao Qingshui's beautiful face right in front of you. She said, "Hey lazy, get up, breakfast is ready." After a relaxed breakfast, Zhao Qingshui put her hand on her chin and got excited, starting to plan where to go since it's a day off. She pulled out her phone and started checking guides to find places where tickets and travel costs are cheaper. You were going to have to pay, but you had already made up your mind. So, go on. Chingy followed you innocently, but remembering the big expense from yesterday, she warned you, "Don't take me to an expensive place today. If the food costs more than off 100, I'd rather stay hungry than eat." You said, "Okay, I'll take you somewhere low budget." Hearing that, she agreed and walked along with you. But when she got off the metro and reached the station, she saw the big signboard of the 4S showroom and she was shocked. This is your low-budget place. Holding her hand, you said as you walked inside, we'll just get a 1 or 2 million car. We're not even gonna look at those multi-million sports cars. You pulled her inside, ignoring her sad expression. The showroom was huge, with 3 floors. The first floor had regular cars, usually priced under $1 million. The second floor had cars in the million range, and only VIP members were allowed on the third floor. So, you took Zhao Jinggu straight to the second floor. On the first floor, she was a bit nervous, but by the time she got to the second floor, she relaxed because she knew you couldn't afford the cars there. She picked out a red Porsche Taycan and called over the salesgirl to ask the price. The salesgirl had already noticed you and figured you couldn't afford anything, so she was ignoring you at first. But when you called her over, she casually said the price, including insurance, was about 2.2 million. Without thinking twice, you said, "Alright, I'll take it." Hearing this, Zhao Qingxue and both salespeople were shocked. You repeated that you were definitely buying this car. Zhao Qingshu didn't say a word but started tugging at your shirt. You ignored her and told the salesperson to swipe your card. The salesperson immediately changed their attitude, took you to the VIP area, and started the process. You patted Zhao Qingsue on the head and said you were buying the car for your wife so she could comfortably go to work. The salesperson praised Zhao Qingsue a lot and said you two were the perfect couple. After a while, Zhao Qingsue calmed down. Just then, the system, you heard that for buying a Porsche worth 2.2 million for Qingsue, you got a 20 million reward, and on top of that, a Ferrari LaFerrari as a bonus. Hearing this, you felt super happy inside because you got an extra supercar. A car like the LaFerrari costs millions, and you never even thought you'd own one. You got totally excited. Just then, George Qingshui angrily asked if you were even listening to him, and in his frustration, took a big gulp. Then you laughed and said, "Let's just buy a house too." She heard that and got serious again, saying, "We'll look at the house later. This car must have used up all your money." But still, he said that in the future, we'll work hard and definitely get a house, and it would be better to buy a big flat in a cheaper area, rather than a small house in an expensive one. You remembered what she said and kept watching her because she was genuinely worried about you. In the past few days, you had bought her an expensive ring and a car, so she felt like you had spent all your savings. Maybe her parents helped you out too, but the truth was something else. Both of them were having tea in the VIP area, and you were secretly feeling happy thinking about the system rewards. You felt like your life had completely changed, and now you could buy whatever you wanted. Jockings was still telling you that saving money was important, and you should plan for the future, but you told her while working that everything would be fine now and she didn't need to worry. You quietly decided that now you would give her everything she ever wanted and keep her close to you. We pulled up and sat down comfortably. She didn't say no either, because deep down she felt maybe you have guilt and want to make her happy with material things. Just then, her phone buzzed with a message from her friend Han saying, "It's the weekend today. Let's go out for some hot food this afternoon. I found a really tasty restaurant." You hesitated for a bit. Then she asked you if you had checked the location. It was near the Ford showroom. It was nearby, so you agreed right away and said we'd come by car. Just wait till then. This time you bought the car with full payment. That's why the salesman was super polite and finished all the paperwork and insurance stuff by the morning. Meanwhile, Chihan had already taken the car and reached outside the restaurant. Her family was doing fine, and seeing her struggle alone in Magic City, they got her a great wall car worth 1 lakh right after graduation. Even though the car wasn't very expensive, it saved her from dealing with a daily metro crowd and everything. For the people paying for the cab rides, it was a pretty comfortable life. Sometimes, Zhao Qingshui even used his car to go shopping. After getting the car, the two of them also made it to the restaurant. Chihan kept texting repeatedly, so Zhao Qingshui replied that they had arrived, but no one showed up for Chihan. Just then, a red Porsche stopped right in front of her. Seeing the brand new shiny Porsche, she got a bit jealous because even the older models cost over $1 million. And this was the latest model. Must be at least $2 million. She started wondering when she'd ever have a car like that. She started the car. Just then, the passenger door opened and Zhao Qingsui got out. Seeing her, Chihan was shocked and jokingly said, "Even the driver of a Porsche works so hard." Zhao Qingsui laughed and said, "My husband just bought this car for me." She had seen Zhao Qingsui's ring in a post that morning. A girl who graduated just a year ago having something like this. Having money wasn't possible. You said, "You guys go inside, I'll go park the car." Zhao Qingsui told you to come quickly and kissed you on the cheek. Seeing all this, Shahan felt a little awkward. Then both of you went inside and sat down. Chihan asked again, "Is this car really yours?" Zhao Qingsui said yes, and you joked, "I didn't want such an expensive car, but they insisted." Chihan said, "You're really lucky." Then you both started talking. Zhao Qingsui said, "You should find a boyfriend too." Chihan replied with a smile, "Getting a boyfriend isn't that easy. People do come along, but they're either really poor or way too clingy." He said he recently had his fortune calculated, and they told him he'd find true love in 30 years. Hearing this, Zhao Qingshui got curious and decided to give it a try too. Chihan immediately sent her the contact of that master and praised him a lot. Nervously, Zhao Qingshui sent both their names to check their love fortune. The results said they wouldn't be able to stay together. Seeing that, her heart just sank because his parents were also against this relationship, so he immediately asked for a session, but the other person refused, saying there was no solution. Just then, you came back from parking and saw both of them glued to their phones. Without thinking, you took the phones and transferred the house ownership, saying, "Recalculate it." Seeing this, Shihan got angry and said, "You're insulting the master." But right after, another result came up saying that you two are the perfect couple and will always be together. Seeing this, you got happy and returned the phones. Zhao Qingsui also came over happily to you. She got angry and said, you wasted money. But Zhao Qingsui said, the results are good. Then she told Shihan to try again. After eating, they went to the parking lot where she took some photos with a car, then asked Zhao Qingsui to go shopping. Just then, Zhao Qingsui got a call from her mom asking her to come home. Her house was on the outskirts, and it took 2 hours to get there, so she took the metro alone since she didn't have her license yet. You and Shihan had already gone to your respective homes. You parked the car, and just as you were about to go inside, a Ferrari suddenly pulled up right in front of you. But then your wife called, sounding panicked, and said, Su-Yun, everything's ruined. My mom found out that the hukubuk is missing. Problems have been going on since early morning. Go, Qingsui. I secretly went home with him to get the marriage certificate and stole the household register. She had kept it. Normally, when it wasn't needed, no one even touched it. She thought she'd give it back to Chuk later when there was a chance. But luck had it that her mom found out today. A few days ago, Zhao Qingshu talked to his mom about marrying me, so his mom immediately figured out where the register was. That's why she immediately called Zhao Qingshu. At first, she wanted to scold him harshly, but then she thought since her daughter had already run off with a register, scolding wouldn't do any good. So she made an excuse to have a meal and invited him over. I made a plan to call her back and get things settled. Now go. Qingshu is locked inside the house and can't get out. She secretly called me while hiding in the bathroom. I told her, it's okay, I'm coming now. Hearing her voice made me a bit nervous too, but I quickly pulled myself together and helped her out a bit. She was so scared she was about to cry. She said, don't come. My mom is really harsh. She'll insult you. I said, it's okay. We just have to get through your mom's test. I knew exactly what she was afraid of. That's why I gently explained that once we got past this step, we could openly be together. But before she could say anything more, her mom started knocking loudly on the bathroom door and said, what have you been doing in there for half an hour? Why aren't you coming out? Did you fall inside or something? Hearing her mom's voice, she had to hang up and come out. Her mom looked at her and with a cold laugh said, I know you were talking to that guy in there, fine. Today I want to meet him too. Hearing this, she left. King Shi was confused. Her mom said, I've called all the relatives. Everyone's coming over today. You have to break up with that guy today, and if he doesn't agree, we'll make him listen by force. I didn't think he had that much courage. Hearing this, Zhao Qingshu got scared and almost started crying. She said, how can you do this? Calling all the relatives over for something so serious is already embarrassing, and on top of that, you want to beat him up? Thinking about how badly Suyavan might get hurt, her heart sank. She said, Mom, listen to me. Suyavan isn't poor, and he's really good to me. His mom said, all right then, why don't you take a look at your own clothes and then look at the other girls? Pulling at her dress, she said, remember that girl Lynn from next door who used to play with you as a kid? She went to a big city to study, and there she got involved with a rich guy whose family runs a business. Her wedding was super grand, and the groom's family gave $1 million in cash, plus they bought her family a house and a car. All in all, they spent $5 million. King Shu said, Mom, they're different people. We don't compare ourselves to them. Meanwhile, you go to work every day and haven't even bought yourself new clothes. Seeing that really hurts me. She put her hand on her chest and said, I do care about you, all right? Hearing this, Zhao King Shui started crying and covered her face with her hands. Just then, the doorbell rang, stopping their conversation. She hid her face and went into the room while her mother went to open the door.